Now you got a variety of searches here across the country.
Yeah.
Your favorite hire in college basketball in this coaching cycle? Who's your favorite hire?
I mean, I think the best hire was Will Wade to NC State. I think if you're talking about a program that is going to just instantaneously go from, I don't want to say mediocrity, but they weren't good last year, and we know they went in a crazy run 2 years ago, but just go from this to this. And how I kind of view it, too, right now is, are other coaches going to be scared of that coach? And they are terrified right now in the ACC of Will Wade coming in because they know he can get dudes. They know he can coach. They know he's relentless. Say what you want about Will Wade in the past. The dude is going to get it done at NC State. And that fan base in Will Wade, there's no better match made in heaven than Will Wade and those lunatics from NC State.
So you probably know better than I about the sort of NIL. And I don't think none of us knows how this is going to work out because it's a cap of $20 million, and you can still do NIL, but now that's going to be in for. Hey, there's finally rules that can be broken, and like cheating is back, everybody. Cheating is going to be back. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I completely agree with Jeff. If you just if I always think about when we were talking about all the Indiana candidates, okay, what about this guy? About this guy? Okay, if you were an Indiana fan and they hired this guy, how would you feel? So if you're an NC State fan and they hired Will Wade, you got to figure, we got a chance to be relevant. The other one that popped into my head when John asked the question is Buzz Williams at Maryland.
See, I don't like it.
He's going to win. Now he brings a lot. He's a lot to handle. But you just lost your coach in a way that you didn't like. I think you didn't like the fact that you lost your coach. If you want to have that conversation.
Yep.
But if you want to win basketball game, I mean, Buzz has won wherever he's been. He has won wherever he's been. Now he moves along.
But he's never really been in the Northeast where I think people can sift through his BS a little bit quicker.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
You know what I mean? I just –
it's a fair point.
We're more skeptical.
I mean, I don't know of another job.
Did you see the post game after they lost? Did you see in the locker room? He was like Jerry Falwell.
Yeah, that's
to
Buzz.
All his players.
That's Buzz.
I mean, literally preaching. It was
a 10-minute video.
I think it was even longer. It was longer. It was one of those, and I actually watched all of it.
Well, but he's been very good about recruiting guys who can play for him.
Right.
So he's not maybe going to bring in the same guys. That's really, I think, the more interesting question is if you look at where he has coached, even back with Marquette, who the hell was Jimmy Butler? Right? I think Jimmy Butler was a JUCO kid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he sure was.
So, and now look at him. Yep. So he has won everywhere he's been.
Yep.
Who could do Virginia Tech better than Buzz Williams did Virginia Tech?
Not Seth Greenberg.
Never heard of him. I mean, again, I put myself in the position of a fan. Is Buzz Williams a better basketball coach than Kevin Willard? I think he'd make that case.
Yes. Yeah, you would say yes.
I think he's got a better track record.
I just don't like
been in the Elite Eight.
I don't like the fit.
The culture is definitely true, but maybe he's not. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to necessarily be competing against Michigan State, Villanova, Rutgers.
Texas kids to Maryland?
I think he's going to find kids who can play for him.
DMV's different. There's a lot of talent in the DMV. Here's the other thing. The Big Ten's a league that now you're starting to see some of these programs go in a different direction with the coaches that they hire to try to be different stylistically.
Yep.
Which is why my winner is Iowa and Ben McCollum. I love the hire.
Great.
And the fact that he can bring Bennett Sturts with him, you know that you're going to have one of the best players in America. You know that you're going to play efficiently. You know you're not going to turn it over. Iowa will hear their name call on Selection Sunday next year. You heard it from me right now.
All right, write it down.
I think they will be in the mix because he is an incredible basketball mind. He was born for this job. He's from Iowa. He's that type of a guy. He really is. And I'm actually going to go along those lines and go a little bit of a smaller school and a different school, and then I'm going to kick it to you because I know you're ready. And I actually love the fact that Fran McCaffrey's not sitting on the sidelines, and I think it's fun for the Ivy League that he's going to be the head coach at Penn.
Oh, that's a great hire.
I love that hire.
That is I love it for Fran,
and I love it for Penn. I love it for both sides. What do you got?
No, I was going to say with Ben McCollum, it is a great hire, and he is a great basketball mind. I think there is going to have to be a slight adjustment of style going from Drake to Iowa. And the reason for that, it's very similar to Grant McCaslin. When Grant McCaslin was at North Texas, slow it down, pull you into the mud, play the pace game. And now you go to Iowa and you're playing in the Big Ten. You can still be the lower possession team, but I don't think it can be to the degree that it was at Drake. So that's where I'm curious to see. I think he's going to have a ton of success there. I agree with you. I think Iowa's going to be in the NCAA tournament next year. But how does he adjust even if a little bit? Because McCaslin was willing to do it.